You know the old expression, follow the money? When you follow the money behind the couple, behind all of these We Hate Israel protests, you're going to find out something fascinating, and we're going to tell you what that is. Claire, you know the old expression, follow the money? When you do that, you sometimes end up with an interesting story, like this one. Fox has uncovered the fact that there's a multi-million-dollar tech mogul, and he and his wife have been funding left-wing We Hate Israel groups for quite some time. This is a guy that co-founded Code Pink. Now, for those that don't know what that is, when I was at the AIPAC meetings in Washington, D.C., American Israel Public Affairs Committee, that promotes mutual understanding between Israel and the United States, especially in areas of mutual defense and commercial cooperation, business primarily. The Code Pink people would be outside screaming obscenities about Israel all the time, nonstop. It turns out they've been getting paid to do that by this guy who literally hates Israel and doesn't like America very much and needs to be outed. His name is Neville Roy Singham. He had a company called ThoughtWorks, and with his wife Jody, they have been dumping their money into a movement incubator for the working class and marginalized communities, which is everybody's a victim, according to this guy, and a victim of Israel. What do you know about the People's Forum? That's his group.
Well, I don't know much about that particular group or this couple, but Barry, what we're looking at exactly, and follow the money, exactly what needs to be done to find out the sources of the backing for these hate groups against Israel. What we're looking at really is the manifestation of what we've called the red-green axis, right? So these are the leftist, Marxist, communist, in this case, allied with the Islamic movement, the global Islamic movement, in Jew hatred and attacking Israel.
Let me tell you how bad it is. On the day of the slaughter last month in southern Israel, 1,400 people murdered, all the hostages taken back, 250 of them from 40 or 50 countries around the world. His group tweeted over and over again, U.S. aid to the Zionist occupation must end. And the poster that he posted, him and his wife, all day long, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, calling for the eradication and elimination, not of 1,400 Jews, of the 7 million that live in Israel proper. This guy is a scumbag. And this is an example of where the money goes. His new call on November 4th, when they rolled out on the 4th and the 9th all across the country, these Palestinian sympathizers, he organized a Shut It Down for Palestine movement. And they demonstrated at BlackRock, the investment giant, among other places. And they called the March for Israel, which had between online and in person, 600,000 people almost participate. Peaceful, loving, no violence, no arrests, no confrontations, no threats. He called it the pro-genocide march. Unbelievable. He said everyone who spoke there is a racist and a fake progressive, including the left-wing Democrats that came out to support Israel and spoke out against murder. What should we do about groups like this?
Well, I think exactly what this story is talking about, which is actually following the money, outing the people who have donated to these hateful causes against Israel. And in support, it's not just against Israel and against Jews, but it is in support of the barbarous Hamas jihadis that perpetrated the atrocities on October the 7th, the Shabbat massacre. So that's exactly what needs to be done. And then challenging them. Can any one of them, for example, define the borders of this place they're calling, air quotes, Palestine? Can they tell when it was established and which were its leaders, its presidents? You know, they have no idea what they're talking about, but they want to eradicate the Jewish people. That's the bottom line. Horrific.
And you know what's really curious? When they get confronted, how many times have you been to Israel? How many times have you been to the Gaza border? How many people have you met with in Israel? It's 0, 0, and 0, right?
Yeah,
So
good
the
point.
truth is, these are talking points,
Mhm.
right? And the depth of their understanding is about that shallow. Unbelievable.